Hello everyone, so today we'll talk about a library. So you can see right over in here, I'm calling that flowing nav drawer. Okay, so actually the library name is the flowing drawer. That was built by MXN. He's a superb developer. I really liked his work, and I have just implemented his work and recustomized for my projects. So let's see. So first of all, what you have to do if you want to use that flowing nav drawer like that into your project, you got to clone this project, and then okay, so you can see right in here I have just cloned the project, and this is all we have right now. So first of all, you have to add the dependencies. It doesn't need the zip pack IO, so you don't have to do anything with the project Gradle. So just add the following lines. Okay, so add the following lines to your project. Okay, so in my case I haven't opened any project yet, so first I will, okay, so I'll just open this project into a new window. So what I'm going to tell you that, as we know, recycler view and the design both are from the Android support library. For using the navigation drawer, you don't really need the recycler view, but you really need the design section, because navigation view is a content from the Android support design. So you have to implement this thing, and we're using the constraint layout. That's why I have implemented those things. Okay, so yeah, these are the lines you need to copy for that. So I have just copied everything. Now I will first will run this app, and I'm gonna just show you what is actually I'm going to do today. So this is the app. You can see if I click over here, this is the navigation drawer. This is scrollable, and it has actually three parts. You can see right in here. Sorry, the first of all, the top part, that is I calling the header, then navigation view, and then a bottom can be used for a lot of purpose. Mostly I use bottom for something lucrative offers or something promotional things. For I use this thing. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna now just closing that app, and now I'll show you an app that I'm going to add, the navigation view. Okay, it's taking some time, though it should not take that much time, but it's taking. Sorry for that, it needs some time to do that. And the record I'm using doesn't support any play pause, so you must have to skip some second. So that's it. is finally done. I've just opened the app. You can see I'm currently let's say update. Okay, it does need the Google Play services because I'm sorry for that, because I'm using the Firebase authentication app. As all we know that Firebase authentication must need the real device for that, so I have to turn that emulator off. Don't worry, I will use another thing. It's called Visor. Yeah, I'll use Visor for that. Yes. So yeah, I hope it will be running within some second. And it's almost done. Good. Yeah, my device is running, so I'm gonna view my device. Just close everything. You don't you just have to install the Visor. You don't have to run that. So that's it. Yeah, there is my app, and now I'm gonna show you what is actually the app. So if I run that through my simulator, it will take some time to show you, but I'm promising I won't take a lot of time from you. And that's it. And shit, I hope I need to upgrade my memory again. It's only 8 GB and I'm struggling with that. I wish I can have more, but I have filled my 2 slot, so I don't think there is any way I can upgrade them. Instead of that, I may have to update my whole PC. That's not a good idea at all. It will take a lot of money. So yeah, I hope my app is done. Yes, so this is my app. You can see right in here. It's a Firebase login system. You can log in with email, Facebook, Google. In my case, I'll go with the Facebook because this is the most complicated one to play with. Yeah, I'll just put count. Oh my god, don't be that bad. Okay, just sort of fill. I hope that's it. I'm done with that. So yes, and this is all I have now. So I'm currently logging with my Facebook account, and you can see I got my information. I want to show this information not right in the body section, the content section. I want to show that on my navigation section. So let's do it. So first of all, I will take that into my first window. Okay, minimize that also. And yeah, so first of all, you got to just copy this dependency and be on the Android. That will make it fast a little bit. So yeah, I have already just copied that for making this project a little bit fast. So yes, it's done. Then what you have to do, you got to get it. Okay, maybe okay, so this is something. Okay, I'm gonna show you the layout first. What is full layout is. So you can see now I'm totally clear, and if I show you on the design view, I got only the text view and the button and everything is all right. So now I'm gonna add the navigation drawer, or let me call that flowing navigation drawer. That seems more gorgeous. That's great. So yeah, I will need to first, so this is the parent. Okay, so this is why I'll just copy everything from it and I'll discuss right in here, not over there. I'll copy code from there and paste right in here and we'll discuss. So I'll name that as my activity is activity main. So let me call that activity main nav trial. Okay, yeah, that seems promising. Okay, at least so yeah, I'll just copy pretty much everything that I have. Now let me describe the things I have just copied. Okay, so for the first of all, writing, you can see I'm using the flowing drawer from the MX Solve flowing drawer, and right after this, so this is our parent layout, or what they call parent view. Okay, for the drawer, and these are the thing we need to show. So this can be also called as content or the container. My mistake. So this is the container and this is the content and this is the drawer. And okay, so what is the thing should we add on the content? So on the content, the thing with the action bar. So why did I add action bar along with the content? As all we know, content are the thing that we can see right in here. But in my perspective, and as well as the MXN, maybe it is his nickname, on his perspective, the content body is the action bar, that also can be called as the yeah, the action bar or the toolbar along with the content or the bodies. Okay, so these are the whole thing as called as the content, and then I need the drawer. So everything you need to add, we will just use right in here. So in our case, you can see we are using the default action bar. So this thing need to be changed a little bit, because Yes, we can use the default action bar, but if we use the default action bar, um, there is nothing. There is currently you will not find any sort of app that is using the default action bar. So yeah, we'll change that a bit, and this way. Okay, let me talk about the drawer now. And on the drawer section, right, you can see the drawer also have a layout, or the container layout, and under that I got a frame layout. So why I'm using a frame layout right in here? Because we wanted to make this library a little bit modular. That's why we decided to use fragment instead of initializing everything on the activity. Okay, so that's something great. So what we'll use on this container would be on the drawer would be another another layout. The layout I call is, you can see I got two things right in here, the drawer body and the drawer header. So I'll first copy everything from the drawer body. So let me just copy everything. Okay, so this thing won't be live in here because we will use the drawer body and the drawer header. Actually, drawer header is a portion of drawer body, so they are together a single layout. They'll work like a single layout. This layout would be controlled by the fragment, so I hope you understand. So I'll call this drawer body as, let me give it a good name, activity main nav drawer body. Okay, so let's do it. And now I got to copy again everything right in here, and now you can see I need some drivers, and for drivers I'm gonna first copy them into my project. There's nothing to worry about, just copy that driver. Okay, so in my case I have used a lot of useless icons because I want to make that cool icons, like this camera or these whatever these icons. We don't really need every icon over there, but there are some essential icons like nav drawer bottom, site nav, and isometric white. So I'll just copy this, the four of them, only them, and paste right over here, and this will fix a lot of things, I hope, at least. And now you can see right in here, as I have told you, the drawer header actually is a part of drawer body. If I show you, there's this thing, so this is the drawer, and on the drawer the full thing is the body, and only the header is little bit different. That's why I have just give it another layer so it can be more customizable. Yeah, you can do it by yourself, but it's better to do as I have done. Sorry for that. So yeah, just copy the drawer header again, and yeah, as you thought, you got to create another activity main, probably. Yes, activity main nav drawer. uh Let me call that body header. That will, yeah, drawer body header. Yeah, that looks more understandable. Okay, so let's just do it. I've just added the whole things and paste that. Oh, not that. So I got to copy this code, and now I hope I can paste them. Yes, I have just done it. Oh my god, but there is still a lot of problem. Oh my god, I have just copied the wrong code by mistake. So copy and paste. Well done, we are done with that. No error at all. So now, as we have just changed that, I will say activity main header. Okay, so this is the last thing we need to add. This is the drawer menu, and for that I'll suggest you to create as you want. Okay, so first of all, you got to if you add menu, this would work. Okay, so this is disgusting because I got to first add the resource directory like that. So yeah, I have just added the main directory. Then yeah, you can copy my code, even you can create your own. It will be better. So if you just copy my, no, that won't be better because your option won't be same like mine. So I'll say first activity, sorry, activity first drawer menu. I hope I am done. Now if you have just copied my code, you'll find a lot of error. This is why I have told you to not to copy my codes. So there is a way I can just skip them by deleting all the icons, because these are now unessential, and try to delete as much as you can. Yeah, I have deleted the icons because for the icons I need to add a lot of useless thing. As we know, if we need any more category, we'll add that right over here. So this is something great. We can just change them right in here and this would work. So this is pretty much everything on drawer side. So on this side, this is pretty much everything, and I got to just change that activity and we are done. Now we'll go for the content. As I have told you, I will use action bar and toolbar as well, so it would be better if you just copy that and name something good. So I'll name that activity again, the full thing, activity main we can call that app bar with content body. Yeah, that looks good. And now I got to paste my codes right over here, and before checking anything I got to change that from here to activity main nav, no, not that, yes, with content body. That's great. And now just getting here. So what next? You may thinking that what I'm doing, am I crazy, something like that. A lot of question can be in your mind, but I'm just finishing that thing. So I'll change that activity main XML. So this was the XML, and I got to change that to content body. Okay, activity main content body. So I'm refactoring that name to activity main content body. Perfect. Now you can see this layout already has the app bar thing, but it doesn't have the content body, so that's why I'm including the content body. And this was the layout we had at the beginning. Now we are adding at that this thing at last. So activity main content body, and I hope we're done. Let me check that. It looks good. And the last thing, if you don't have the no action but theme, then please go ahead and add a no action but theme. So I'll call the theme no action bar. So this is essential. Without no action bar, our custom action bar won't work. So for for applying this theme, I need to go to the manifest, and I will add that to the activity section. Okay, so this is the good use on the activity, not on the application. This is something useful. Okay, so we were on that. You can see now it have two, but changing that one, now we have only one. That's great. Finally we are done with the layouts. Now we need to add the fragment and the Java code. So first of all, let me copy the fragment. So I'm calling that navigation drawer fragment. You can just copy the whole code and paste it right over your app as any name as you want. Then it will ask for the drawer body. So what is the drawer body? Okay, so as I have told you on the beginning, so this frame layout will be overridden by the fragment. So which is the layout gonna override this frame layout? That is obviously this drawer body. So that's it. I got to just copy sorry, I'm gonna copy that. I'm gonna just name it like activity. Now not drawer bodies, and that's it. And fragment is almost done. Now go to the main activity. In this section, okay, there is some useless code added for some reason. Let me clean them. So okay, as we wanted, we don't want to overflow your main activity, so that's why we have used the fragment. But there is something we need to add, and this is the compulsory thing. The first thing is you got to add a member variable, the flowing drawer. Then you got to call or initialize the drawer. So this thing can be done by several ways. Okay. Okay, so there's a lot of way you can do that, but it's always better to do it in a several methods. I'll call that in each navigation drawer. Okay, so yeah, that would be better. So init navigation drawer, there's nothing like that. Okay, I know that. And now here, copy the code. So there will be nothing without mentioning a method over there. Then the sub methods that we need two extra methods: the setter toolbar and the navigation drawer. Okay, I'll talk about this. So what is the toolbar? So this is actually the action bar, okay, or the app bar that we are using on our app. So let me set up the toolbar, and I have just written the code so that you can just add that. Now I'm going to discuss that. So you can see I'm just finding the toolbar, as my toolbar has some ID. You can see my toolbar has the ID. Yeah, I'm just done that. So I'm just find view by toolbar. That means I'm just initializing the toolbar, and I'm adding the toolbar into my view by using the support action bar toolbar. Then we need to use the toggle button, or the this is also known as the hamburger button, okay, or the menu button also. So for using the menu button to open, so let me show you a bit. So what is actually is that? So you can see right over here, this button, okay, not that, this button is known as the uh, navigation button or hamburger button or IC menu button or whatever you say. So this thing need to be setted, and this is the way you have to set that. You got to give a drawable, and then on this button click listener. I'm just toasting, then I'm calling for the toggle menu. Toggle menu, that means toggle menu is a function that is changing the view or changing the layout. If it is open, then it is getting into the closed state, and if it is closed, then it's opening, or it is changing its state. So that's why I'm calling the toggle menu. It's almost like the toggle button. Okay, so that's great. So we are done with the toolbar. Then I'm calling for set navigation drawer. So yeah, so this is the third method you have to add, the set navigation drawer. So what is it actually does? So as the name declare, it is actually setting the fragment drawer for us. As we are using the navigation drawer as a fragment, so it is calling for the fragment manager. Then we want to make it a single instance or single term formulated. So that's why I'm calling that. If we have the fragment, then we will create that. That means if we don't have the fragment, then we are creating the fragment, and then we are beginning the transaction. And we want to replace this ID with that fragment. Okay, so this is the ID. You can see ID container menu, ID container menu, you can see, and there is some other thing you can play with. That's why I have just comment out that line. If you want, you can use that, otherwise you can skip that, as I have done here, right here. So that is pretty much everything you have to do for running this app. Now the one thing left is running that app. So I hope we are done in here. Now I got to run that app. Yes, I know that has closed. Cancel. So try to run that. So as I have shown you, there is something you have to keep in mind. This should be something added, like app bar layout must be downloaded. Then navigation view, this is another thing. Now in my case, I have just downloaded all of them, but in your case you might won't have that downloaded, and that won't show the actual thing. So make sure you have just downloaded the navigation view as well as the app bar or the toolbar things. And if you are using something else, then just check it out, they are all downloaded. Well, so I'm having an error. Let me check it out. What is the error? Okay, so I want to go for the purpose and in the warning. Where's the hero? Come on, come on, come on. Hero, get me the hero. So yeah, I got the hero flowing trust that tasman on a now object reference. Okay, so in navigation trial, in here the problem arising, there is a null pointer exception. That means it's not getting the object that needed. Okay, so flowing does a task mode. Okay, that was my mistake. I'm sorry for that. So this method won't work in here. So if you want them to work, you've got to use the running here. And there is another thing I have just memorized that I didn't copy this thing. That means on back press I'm gonna close that navigation drawer. So I hope I don't first check it out that you don't have that on back press already overread it, otherwise there will be an error. And that's it. Just do it again. At this time everything will be all right. Oh my god, there is still a error. Let me see. Why is the error now arising? Is there anything I missed? So getting the error always will be profitable for you, because a smooth sea never makes a great sailor. So if you find everything so easily, you will not understand the meaning of that. So it's better to have difficulties in our life. Whenever I get stuck on something, I try to remember this verse, this sentence. This will make sense on that time. Okay, so there is a virtual method attempt to invoke. Now, oh my shit! How can I do that? Oh shit! That's why I was telling that. What is the problem if I just do it right over here? I hope you hadn't done so. So I have just get them back. And the thing is, this is not the layout we are intending to run. Okay, I hope you understand. The layout is we want to run the parent, so the parent is activity main navdrawer. So I'll say that activity main navdrawer. And now I hope everything will be all right. If it doesn't work, kill me. I'll be happy to being killed by you. So is working, that's a good sign. Let me show you the app. Oh my god, it has become.
According to BBC Good Food, tempeh is an Indonesian specialty typically made by cooking and dehulling soya beans.
What is the best food? Wow, it is searching for my code. That's great. He doesn't know what is the backward best food at all. Okay, so do it. Okay, okay. Why is looking that bad? Rotate the screen. Yes, now it's okay. And I got to minimize that out a little bit. A lot of useless thing running back. So yeah, our app is running and everything looks all right. So this is my app screen, and this is the icon that will trigger the map, and you can see the nav driver is working really fine. So that's it for today at least, and there are a lot of things you can play with. You can add the icons, and now I'm going to show you how to customize this thing. Okay, till now I was showing you how to work with that, how to implement the navigation drawer. For customization, it's so easy. Just change the things right in here. Oh, not that ones. Okay, yeah. I was working on that. So just change the thing right in here and everything will be all right. So anything, if you want any group, you can just do that right from here. And there's another thing I want to show you, and the click action is already has been added. You can see if I click any of them, it is reacting perfectly. So on navigation drawer, you can just on navigation item selected, you can get the menu item and do whatever you wanted to do. You can even call for another fragment or call for another activity or do any sort of action from right in here. That would do some good things. And the last thing I would like to show you how to set up the header. So the header is the thing. So this is the header we had or we have. So often we see that on the header section there is a image that contains the user image or the user profile pic, then the user name and some other thing. In my case, I got two checkbox text. The first one is the email and the second is the phone. Is the user or do the user have any email, or does he got any phone number? Okay, and this is the checkbox for. So now I'm going to implement them. So for showing the image or the profile pic, I would recommend to use Glide, and Glide has some default stencil like round, star, and a lot of shape you wanted to have as you want to have. Yeah, and here you should just add this line, just get the find the IDs and set them one by one. First the profile pic, then the things you want. So that's it for this video. I hope this video has become a little bit longer than I was intending. So let's see you on our next video. Till then, goodbye.